Admit that without the clones, it would not have been a victory.
Victory? Victory, you say? Master Obi-Wan, not victory. The shroud of the dark side has fallen. Begun. The Clone War has.
Yes, prophetic are Yoda's words. The Clone War has begun. And I'm talking about the clones you see on TV, the Hillary clones, the Trump clones, the Obama clones, all these clones of top politicians that you see on TV. Even celebrities are cloned. And it's only going to get worse, folks. You know, don't vote for Clinton, don't vote for Trump. They're not even people, they're not even human. They're reptilian possessed clones. They're merely puppets. And the puppet masters are the Illuminati, the fallen angels, these Satanists, and their master being Satan himself. So what's wrong with Hillary Clinton's eyes? People have been noticing that her eyes have been going different directions and that they haven't been in alignment. I'll tell you what's wrong with her eyes. It's the fact that she's a malfunctioning, reptilian-possessed clone. This is not the real Hillary Clinton that you see, and there are many clones of her. And they're malfunctioning. That's what's wrong with her eyes, they're malfunctioning. So right here in this video clip, you can see her eyes, one of her eyes shapeshift. Right there you can see it. It's the reptilian in her coming out. This woman or thing, whatever you want to call her, isn't human, folks. This is a reptilian-possessed clone. There are many clones of her. They killed off the real Hillary Clinton years ago. When she found out that all the promises that Satan had made to her, all the rewards that she was supposed to get were all lies, she renounced Satan and decided to turn to God. And when the Illuminati or the fallen angels, when they found out about that, they had her killed, and they replaced her with these clones that you see on TV. There are clones of Trump as well. These are all just puppets. And the Illuminati are the puppet masters. They're the ones pulling the strings. These people are not human. Let's see what Sherry Shriner says about these clones.
There's a base underneath the White House, and they've been busy building that since Obama took office back in 2008. I think they started construction. And it's basically where the Situation Room is now, and also a lab where they keep the Obama clones. I told you I was shown a room, and there was 6 beds on each side lined up like a hospital room, and all the clones were just laying there, waiting to be turned on and go into service. And those were Obamas. I haven't seen any. I don't know where they keep them for Hillarys, all the different Hillarys. All the different Hillarys look like lookalikes. They don't look like. Well, the clones never do look like replica clones. I mean, they never do look directly like the person they're supposed to be cloned from, because what they do is if they get your blood, let's say they get your DNA, and they got it 10 years ago when you were in the hospital having surgery for something or whatever reason, they pull hair out of your head while you're sleeping. They do stuff, nefarious stuff all the time. When they make a clone of that DNA, and it literally just takes them a few days once they get your DNA to make a clone. That clone's going to come out at that age of when they got your DNA. So if you're 50 years old and they got your DNA from when you were 35, the clone's going to even look younger than 35. I mean, they always look younger than the original person, and so the skin's younger looking. The clones aren't cloned with all of your infirmities. They look healthier. They're more vibrant. Where we're just tired and run down. That they pick up the better side, better aspects of a healthy being, I guess you could say. Because I was reading something earlier about Hillary's clones, and she had 4 clones, and they were all displaying the symptoms she's been displaying with the coughing and the fading and the jerking spells, and they're trying to pass that off as Parkinson's disease. I'm not a doctor. Very well could be Parkinson's disease. Could be congestive heart failure. It's pretty crazy because I'm looking at her and it's like, you read some of the symptoms, you're like, I've been dealing with that for 10 years. So I understand the congestive heart failure aspects more so than some of this other stuff where they say she has Parkinson's, because I remember watching Muhammad Ali for years just shake, and also that Back to the Future kid has Parkinson's, and they shake. And I haven't seen Hillary shaking, but I've seen her where she just passes out and her coughing fits and stuff, and I go, I've gone through a lot of things, some of the same issues, not passing out like her, but when your legs start to hurt and you just don't want to walk because your heart's not pumping and you're not getting blood. I went through a lot of that back last year when I was having my heart attack. I think I was reading somewhere where she was actually having congestive heart failure, and somewhere else saying she needed brain surgery or something. That's why they were saying she was going to take off for 5 days and disappear. I don't know how you have brain surgery and only take off 5 days. But the thing that I was saying was that they said the clones that they make now are all chip implanted in a way so if one experiences one thing, they all experience the same thing. So even if they replace the one clone, because the one clone malfunctions, the other 3 would start to have the same effects, I guess. And when you go multiple generations of clones, and this is something that they're learning, they're just not as good. You can't get a good copy of a human off, different generations away from the host. The real Hillary Clinton is dead. She died back in 2012. And so they've been using clones of her since. And when you keep cloning and cloning and cloning off clones, those generations of clones, they're just not reliable. They're just not very good. I think they're learning it. And that's why they didn't clone Trump. They mind-wired him. And I came out with that a couple of years ago. I talk about it in my book, Interview with the Devil, because as far as I know, nobody else has ever brought it up. No one else is talking about it. Nobody else knows about it. But he has been mind-wired. He's the new tech. Probably because they're realizing through all these bad cloning generations of Hillary that it's just not reliable to have them in the public so much and so often because they're unreliable. And so they went to the mind.
Okay, so you heard Sherry talk about her book, Interview with the Devil, how Trump is mind-wired. There's also clones of him as well. So here's an excerpt from that book. Okay, so here's the excerpt from Sherry's book, Interview with the Devil. And it starts off with Sherry asking Satan about Trump. Sherry, tell me about Donald Trump. I like the old Donald. They already killed him, didn't they? Lucifer, you were right about his youngest son, but they're all 3 mine, so it doesn't matter. Lucifer, why is the oldest kept out of the spotlight? Lucifer, I think right here, This part says Lucifer, why is the oldest kept out of the spotlight? I think this is meant to be Sherry asking the question, and Lucifer replying right here. Lucifer, he wants it that way. So the younger one steps up. He's one of us anyway. You saw it in his eyes. Sherry, yes. Lucifer, Donald was mind-wired. Sherry, OMG, I was thinking that the other day. Lucifer, yep. There's clones too already, but the original was mind-wired. They're trying something new, see if it works. Sherry, so he's a new breed of tech slaves. Lucifer, laughs, yep. Of course, he's never left alone. No one thought he'd have a chance of getting in as president, but we got our bases covered. He's one of us anyway. Sherry, so then why did you mind-wire him? Lucifer, he's a loose cannon. Another one who thinks he can run his own life apart from us. Not going to happen. We're always the bosses. You saw his black eye. Okay, so I'll leave a link for Sherry's blog spot. You can read the entire book for free on this webpage. Moving on. Okay, so here's another video Sherry Shriner did about Hillary Clinton. It has some text in it, so I'll go ahead and read it for you. If Alex Jones was in the know like he says he is, then he would know the reason they can't prosecute Hillary is because the real one is dead. And all these clones and replacements playing Hillary Clinton since then have no knowledge of what the Hillary of the past did or didn't do. They could all pass lie detector tests and blow the credibility of those things out of the water completely. Which one of them would they prosecute? This one? I'm sure the t-shirt angle Hillary for prison is making him a lot of money, or he's just in on the cover-up to hide the fact she's dead. Clone malfunction. This is why they're so unreliable. Notice her handler is directly behind her so she can press the reset button on Hillary's back. Hillary has many clones and replacements, and even lookalikes to keep the lie or brand of Hillary Clinton going. Why do you think they can't prosecute her? Which one? A malfunctioning clone? Wake up, folks. They're lying to us again, playing charades on the public. Okay, so these next few clips are about Hillary Clinton, and I will give my commentary for each of those. So here we go. Let's take a look.
Hillary Clinton took a nasty fall as she boarded her plane. Yesterday, Clinton was leaving Yemen for the next stop on her Mideast tour, Oman. Strategist Carl Rose suggested she may have suffered traumatic brain damage after a fall in 2012.
How is her health? It's very good, thank you.
Okay, so right here in this clip, obviously she's doing a cover-up. This clone is covering up her odd behavior to keep the masses quiet, to reassure the masses that nothing's going on, so they won't question her odd behavior and what's going to be going on with her eyes. And so let's take a listen.
How serious was it? It was, I think, a serious concussion. Really, the plot in addition, if the plot had dislodged. Well, can I tell you, that was a scary part. I had trouble with vision. I had, because of the force of the fall, I had double vision for a short period of time, and I had some dizziness. Did you have trouble talking? No, none of that. I had no problems. The only thing I had, no, I didn't have any of that. I felt fine, and I felt it was kind of silly that I supposed to stay in bed.
Hillary Clinton, as I mentioned, is in the news.
Okay, so I'm sure many of you have seen this clip that I'm about to show you. You know, they're making light of what's been going on with Hillary's eyes, mocking it, making fun of it, making light of it. Just again, this is a tactic to keep the masses from questioning what's going on by making light of it. So let's take a look.
Last night, she gave an exclusive interview to ABC's Diane Sawyer, in part to reassure voters that she's in good health. When I watched the interview, I don't think Hillary Clinton exactly filled me with confidence.
How is your health? It's very good, thank you. How serious was it? It was, I think, a serious concussion. I had some vision because of the force of the fall. I had double vision, so no lingering effects.
The new one is that you're unhealthy.
Okay, so here's another clip of this clone also doing a cover-up, trying to make light of what's been going on with her as well, or it. Let's take a listen.
That you had a concussion. And Rudy Giuliani was on Fox News yesterday and today, and he's saying you seem to be sick, you look tired, etc., etc. Are you in good health?
Well, this has become one of their themes. Here, you take my pulse while I'm talking to you.
There's nothing there.
Back in October, the National Enquirer said I would be dead in 6 months.
Oh, wow.
So with every breath I take, I feel like it's...
Well, actually, the real Hillary is dead. So.
You have been doing these all right.
About healthcare, we need to make what we've got work really well and improve it and get the costs out of upward spiral.
Are you okay? Keep talking.
Okay, so here this guy is telling this clone to keep talking. Obviously this clone, she didn't know what to do, or it didn't know what to do. She seemed dumbfounded, clueless, needing direction. So that this guy over here, you could hear him telling her to keep talking and telling her what she needs to do. So pretty obvious.
In every way, and I was very
Talk
proud.
about presidential possibilities with Senator Warren.
You guys have got to try the cold chai.
Okay, so right here, this is disgusting. I don't know what is coming out of her mouth. Two things come out of her mouth and drop into the water. Okay, in this next video clip, we're going to see that people are actually waking up to the fact that Hillary is cloned. Let's take a look.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sandra Faulkner.
And I'm Joe Torres. We begin with the breaking news about Hillary Clinton's death. Hillary Clinton's doctor has just revealed the presidential candidate has been diagnosed with pneumonia.
Now this after Clinton left the 9/11 memorial ceremony early and was captured on video appearing to need assistance and to struggle to stay on her feet as she was getting into that.
Is lighting up with conspiracy theories claiming this is not Hillary Clinton, but a body double. Hillary seemed in good spirits as she emerged from her daughter Chelsea's apartment Sunday after collapsing at the 9/11 memorial ceremony. But the Twitterverse erupted. Nose looks very different. This isn't Hillary. Another conspiracy theorist noted the absence of any obvious Secret Service agents close by when Hillary walked out of Chelsea's apartment building.
Okay, I thought I would read you some lines from Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, which I thought were pretty relevant and prophetic. So let's take a look at these lines here. Obi-Wan, I have to admit that without the clones, it would not have been a victory. Yoda, victory? Victory, you say? Master Obi-Wan, not victory. The shroud of the dark side has fallen. Begun the Clone War has. And that was from the video clip you saw at the beginning of this video. Yoda, blind we are, of creation of this clone army we could not see. And I think that's pretty relevant to what's going on today. That the masses are pretty much blind to these clones that they're seeing on TV. They actually think that they're actually watching the real Hillary and the real Donald Trump and the real Obama. When all those people have been killed, they're all dead and been replaced by these clones. So the masses are deceived. Don't vote for Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump. They're not even human. These are reptilian-possessed clones, and whichever clone wins the presidency will implement martial law. We are in the last days, people, and the tribulation is just around the corner. These clones are being used to help bring in the Antichrist. These clones are merely puppets, and the puppet masters are the fallen angels, Satan being their leader, and they are in collusion with the Illuminati. Obama is cloned. All top politicians are cloned, and celebrities are cloned. This is indeed the Clone Wars. It's us against the clones. Don't get involved with the Illuminati. Don't sell your soul for fame and fortune. It's not worth it, because they will eventually either soul scalp you and have a reptilian possess your body, or just kill you and replace you with a clone. And your soul will go to hell for selling your soul to Satan. The time is now to get back to the Lord and establish a personal relationship with Him. He's a loving and forgiving God, and He's waiting for you with open arms.